Squares and square roots. How to square a number. To square a number, just multiply itself. Example, what is 3 squared? 3 squared equals 9. Squared is often written as a little 2 like this. 4, 2 equals 16. This means squared. This says 4 squared equals 16. The little 2 says the number appears twice in multiplication. 1 squared equals 1 squared equals 1 times 1 equals 1. 2 squared equals 2 squared equals 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 squared equals 3 times 3 equals 9. 4 squared equals 4 times 4 equals 16. 5 squared equals 5 times 5 equals 25. 6 squared equals 6 times 6 equals 36. You can also find squares on the multiplication table. Negative numbers. You can also square negative numbers. Example, what is minus 5? A square root goes the other way. 3, 9. 3 squared is 9, so a square root of 9 is 3. A square root of a number is a value that can be multiplied by itself to give the original. A square root of 9 is 3 because when 3 is multiplied by itself, you get 9. It is like asking, why can I multiply by itself? Why can I multiply by itself to get this? No. When you see root, think, I know the tree, but what is the root that produced it? In this case, the tree is 9, and the root is 3. Here are some more squares and square roots.
So 4 squared equals 16. Yeah. And the square root of 16 equals 4. What's the square root of 36?
6.
That's right. Decimal
numbers. You can also square decimal numbers. Try the sliders below. No, the numbers here are already shown to 2 decimal places.
Okay. So it's asking what's the square root of 8?
What's the square root of 8?
So you just slide this.
2.83. What's the square root of 9? 3. What's the square root of 10? 3.16. What is the square root of 1?
No, what's 1 squared?
What's 1 squared?
Well, it's not letting me go to 1. Yeah, how about we try 1.1?
1.21.
1.1 squared equals
1.20.
1. Oh, 2.6.
What is 11.11 squared? 1.1 squared.
No. What is 2.6 squared?
2.6 squared equals 6.72.
6.76, right?
76.
6.76. Okay. square root symbol. Why don't you read it? This is the symbol that means square root. It's sort of like a tick. And it actually started hundreds of years ago as a dot with a flick upwards. It's called the radical, and it always makes math look important. You can use it like this. You would say square root of 9 equals 3. Example, what's the square root of 25? Well, we just happen to know that 25 equals 5 times 5. So if we multiply 5 by itself, 5 times 5 is get 25. So the answer is square root of 25 equals 5. What's the square root of 36? Well, the answer is 6 times 6 equals 36. So square root of 36 equals 6. So perfect squares are the squares of whole numbers. So 1 squared equals 1. 2 squared equals 4.
3 squared equals 9. 4 squared equals 16. 5 squared equals 25.
Okay, we can skip. So what's 15 squared?
225.
That's right. So try to remember at least the first 10 of these.